We'll see. It goes on to the next game of the week here: Ravens versus Steelers. Steelers 18, Ravens 16. Start off with none other than a Derrick Henry fumble to start the game. That's his first lost fumble in his last 530 odd snaps. Pretty wild to see for Derrick Henry to lose that, but right away, I believe it was former Raven Patrick Queen that knocked the ball away from him right there. What a way to start the game.
One man's
Uh,
trash is another man's treasure.
Good
Quoted
job,
right
Mike
from Mike
Tomlin.
Tomlin.
Good job, Mike
Ha ha
Tomlin.
ha ha ha.
This really came down to Justin Tucker's washed. He missed two field goals at the end of the first quarter. Really kind of screwed the Ravens out of some much needed points for this game in that.
Would have won the
But
game if
it,
he made those.
oh yeah, yeah, it was a loss by two. Had 6 points right there.
Dude, all the
Justin
Steelers did
Tucker's
was kick
washed
field goals.
all day. First team to win two games this year, or pretty much I believe all time with only field goals, over five field goals in
I mean,
winning.
they
Who are
did
they
it to
trying to
us
be?
in
The
the
Chiefs?
playoffs a long time ago.
Dude, they've done it. They've done it like more than twice, I think. They've done it twice this year. I think they've done it like four total times.
They've done it twice where it's only field goals. I think the other time they scored at least one touchdown in that. So
Oh, okay.
The one against the Chiefs in the playoffs was all field goals, and they had 18 points.
yes, yes, I
That
do
was the
recall
one they
that.
referenced, yes.
But we're going to get on to it. Russell Wilson looked like he struggled a lot during the day. Yes, they moved the ball a little bit, but he just could not find his guys. Once he got down to the red zone late in the game, he did throw an interception looking for his tight end, the biggest target you could actually have out there in Washington. I don't know how you miss him that badly, but it goes right back. I believe his name is what, Peyton Wilson? May not be Peyton Wilson. What an interception by that dude, man. Took it right out of Justice Hill's hands. That was a killer interception. I thought it was going to be over from that point. Ravens ended up driving back down the field later on, trying to get it in. They scored the touchdown, but they had it for the 2 point conversion whenever they first went for it. It looked like Lamar Jackson was going for one of those Derrick Henry run and jump passes, but timeout was called. They had to change it up. They go out there. They look more lost than ever out there on the other 2 point conversion because Lamar went left. Nobody else was out there. No receiver was out there for him to throw to. It was just ugly all around. And go figure, the Steelers end up winning a close one because all they do is play close ones with the Ravens. It was bound to happen. I think 9 of the last 10 games have been one-score games, and Mike Tomlin has the Lamar Jackson figured out. Lamar Jackson shits down his leg against the Steelers every single time.
It was a heavyweight matchup, I would say, on Sunday.
Classic
And
AFC North.
Chris Boswell has kicked six field goals in one game twice in his career. Once was on Sunday. The other time was in fact against the Chiefs in the playoffs, I believe. So,
We've
but
been
yeah,
there, Ravens
uh,
fans. We've been there.
great game. I heard some against the spread stats. I think the the
In
the
week one against Atlanta.
like the three and a half, the three and a half range right there of spread. The underdog is like 20 something, 5-2 or some shit like that. Like the underdog always plays well in this matchup when it's around 3 points. And yeah, the Steelers obviously did that. I can't remember if we took them or not in the pick 'em, but we'll find out later. Knowing me, I probably didn't. But yeah, no, Lamar Jackson's got to figure it out. He can't have lull games like this. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of shit that gets you beat in the playoffs. We've seen it time and time again with the Ravens. You know, they play good games. Roquan Smith came out of the game at one point. I think that was kind of a turning point, I think, for the Steelers. But he had like a hamstring injury, I believe. I don't think he re-entered. So we'll have to keep an eye out for him. But yeah, no, that kind of took the air out of the sideline for the Ravens. And then, you know, Russell Wilson just kind of did his thing. And then a big thing though, this is a big deal. And this is where playing two quarterbacks really almost got the Steelers was that fucking that what was that like third down they put Fields in for and he slid too early. He didn't get the first down. Like that was the one time I was like, damn, like the two quarterbacks is gonna fucking burn the Steelers here in a big game against the Ravens. Um, but that didn't happen. And the Steelers, I would say the Steelers snuck away with a win here for sure. Big game
I
from
Well,
think the
Najee too.
Ravens lost them more than anything.
You think, dude? I don't. Dude, they only kicked they kicked 6 field goals, and that was it. Like, I mean, if that's what it takes to win, that's what it takes to win. But I don't know. If I'm the Ravens, I'm like, damn, they definitely like swiped that. They snuck away with one. Like they took that shit from us. We had it, you know, and they snuck away with it.
Well, look, Mike Tomlin is 1-4 against Lamar Jackson. Or I mean,
What?
No.
damn it, other way around. God, I'm gonna find myself for that. That's just.
He's
I
probably
was
got like
literally
written down in front of
pondering
him
that
too.
the
He's like,
whole
shit.
time you were fucking talking, and I just fucked it up. I just fucked it up. Lamar Jackson is 1-4 against Mike Tomlin. So the
Ah.
rest of the league needs to start taking some cues about how to contain Lamar Jackson from Mike
Hmm.
Tomlin, because he certainly has a really good fucking game plan when he goes in to face Baltimore with Lamar. He's got plenty of wins against Tyler Huntley while Lamar was on the Ravens and hurt, but he's also 4-1 against Lamar Jackson as a head coach. So there was a video that was kind of explaining part of his scheme on that that I wish I remembered more of that I would try to get into, but it's not there, so I'm not gonna like speak on shit I don't fucking know. But Mike Tomlin certainly knows what the fuck he's doing when it comes to Lamar Jackson.
Would you go as
Uh,
far as
But
to say he knows what he's doing when it comes to running quarterbacks, or you think it's just Lamar Jackson?
well, I mean, more specifically Lamar Jackson because he's in the division and he's gonna have
Hmm.
to prepare for him twice a year. But yeah, I'm sure if you got the formula from Lamar Jackson, you can probably handle some lesser running quarterbacks because there ain't nobody better than Lamar Jackson at scrambling and running at the quarterback position than it's him.
Mm, I don't know. You lost to him this week. You beat
Josh
Lamar and
Allen
you
is
lost and you
not.
lost to Josh Allen.
Josh
Okay,
Allen is
yeah,
not
and
a
he did
better
have 12
rusher
carries,
than.
but like he's not the runner that Lamar Jackson is.
No,
There's
completely
no
different runner.
fucking
I'll
doubt.
agree with you
Yeah.
there. Completely different runner. Of course, of course.
You guys are still
You
missing a
almost
big
had me.
piece. I
You
talked
almost
about it.
fucking had me, Tommy.
I talked about it during the pregame show, and Najee Harris, big guy that we're missing out on. 63 yards rushing, another 30 from the air.
We were leaving it for you. You
And
mentioned
every
him in
time
the
you look
pregame
in on
show.
this game, and every time you look in on this, looked in on this particular game, he was running
He was getting the
through
ball.
two,
Hmm.
three guys. It
Yep.
didn't matter. Toe to the rock 18 times, 3.5 yards per carry, but it didn't matter because he was always going forward and he was always taking guys with him. There's been a massive shift in what he is doing. Like I said in the pregame show,
He's
there's a
running
massive
angry.
shift in what he is doing. He is running angry every single play. He's going to take a guy with him. He's going to take two guys with him. It doesn't matter, but he's running much more violently and much more with a purpose than he has in any previous season. And that's no knock on what he's done in any previous season because he's been 1,000 yard rusher every year. It just looks
Hmm.
like what he's
Looks different.
doing now is totally different from
Yeah.
what he was doing beforehand. He
It
was
looks
trying
like
to be that
Pacheco.
elusive back, and now he goes out there and he just tries to run through every single guy. He's going to get every single yard. The feet aren't going to stop moving. You're not going to stop this guy unless you bring in 3, 4, 5 guys because he's just going to keep going.
Yeah.
And
He
this is a
Think a
literally
big
burger's
reason
gonna stop
why.
him?
What's that?
I said, you think a burger's gonna stop him?
They might stop
Five
me.
guys. Okay.
But no,
Five
this
guys a
is
burger.
this is
Go
the key
fuck
to them.
yourself.
This is the key to them continuously winning is making sure that Najee Harris is a major part of that game plan. He's going to be the reason that Russell Wilson can go 23 of 36 or even better than he has in the previous games that he's played in as well. You keep making sure that he's the focal point of the game plan, you're going to have no problems getting far in the AFC come
Hmm.
playoff time.
Yeah. No, definitely. Like I said, he reminded me like I saw a few runs, like you said, if you're watching like the four screen and your eyes drift over, he was running like Anthony, not Anthony, Isaiah Pacheco. Sorry. He really was. That's who he reminded me of as he was running. And obviously Isaiah
But
Pacheco
taller.
is yeah, different in some senses, but like the way he was running, the anger, the feet, the motor, like that's what reminded me of that. But yeah, he had a great game. He's got to keep doing that though. Has to keep doing that.
Also, the other biggest thing about this game was Derrick Henry only had 13 rushes. The games that he has 13 rushes or less, they lose every single time.
Yeah.
So yet again, they abandoned the run and bad things happen.
Did you see J.J. Watt hit him in the backfield?
TJ,
Or sorry, T.J. Watt. That's a fine.
That's fine.
Damn it. Damn.
trucked him.
I think I was clean
Boy,
last week, by the way, in
these
fines.
last two shows have been rough
Been
for the
fine heavy.
boys.
I don't think I had a fine in the last show though. I really don't think I did. I
Still,
think I had a
still gotta
clean
find
show.
ways to hammer Sean.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on. Oh,
I know we
oh,
do.
oh,
We do.
oh.
We got to hold him
Hey,
accountable in
quit
different
doing that.
ways.
Quit doing that.
Um,
Oh, fuck off.
What are
oh,
you talking about?
Venable. Uh, but no, TJ Watt smoked, absolutely smoked. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the universal sign. But yeah, Derrick Henry got lit the fuck up in the backfield. It was hilarious.
Big ol' hit.
Yeah, no one saw that. Did you not see that, Tybo?
I saw it.
Okay.
There
You
wasn't
look
there
at.
wasn't a whole lot Derrick Henry could do. Like he didn't even have time to lower
I
his
know,
shoulder.
but the fact that like you just don't see Derrick Henry get hit like that a lot. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like he got laid out. You don't see Derrick Henry get laid out a lot. Whether he didn't have like a running start, like it
I
is
mean,
what it is. He was in an unfortunate spot.
a DB did it this year. Granted, it was after like a 10 to 15 yard run, but like a DB did it this year. Like I've seen Derrick Henry get hit plenty of times.
I think you're downplaying that. I think it was pretty fucking
He's really
impressive.
at the frame that he has.
You're just a hater.
He's not like a punisher. He's more of like a Ty Bob said this a long time ago about at Derrick Henry. He's like a what do you? It's a something shooter where he has to get like enough touches to really make a difference.
You gotta get going.
Volume. He's a volume
You gotta
shooter.
crank
Has
the
to-
engine
Yeah,
to start. Yeah.
Derrick Henry is
Volume
more of a
shooter.
volume shooter than just like a punisher. Like he's not. I don't know. He's tough to tackle for sure, but I've seen him get his share of licks. Like
Well, yeah, it's the NFL. You're gonna get got, but like that was getting got on like it was in the backfield, like wide open. Like you get got in the hole, that's a little bit harder to see sometimes. But like he got licked in the backfield. He got the ball, took a 2-step, and then got annihilated. That sucks. But also TJ Watt read that play perfectly and like got to
he
finish it.
penetrated perfectly. He hardly had any resistance on that play.
Yeah.